Welcome to Speedy Walkthroughs, where we show just the important stuff to beating the game. For first time viewers, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It'll show just the essentials so you don't need to spend a long time watching this video. Today we're playing Tori Genesis, which is sort of like a spin-off Tori game which is inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. In this video I'm going to be going through how to get all the crystals, all the stars, and sort of the hidden stuff in this game that you might miss if you play through it. It'll be a pretty short one since the game's only 3 levels. Before we get stuck into it, if you find this useful, please consider subscribing to keep up to date, as it helps out the channel a whole bunch. We're going to get stuck into level 1 here. Now the stars are pretty straightforward. It's going to be tricky to miss stars since they're quite in the way, but I will show you the whole levels anyway. The hard thing to get is going to be the crystals. So get that crystal there by holding jump out of the zipper and then double jumping off. If you miss that, it's going to be pretty tricky to go back. Just restart the level if that happens. Get this one here by holding left, but be aware you still have to hold backwards since these zippers will retain your boost even if you're sort of like holding back against it. Zippers can be pretty tricky in the Tori series for that reason. Anyway, we've got these ones here. You want to jump up this zipper. Now the third crystal is probably the easiest one to miss out of the 3. Third crystal is coming up in a sec. Basically it's just down and left there, as we can see. So make a jump down there, and that's all 3. You do get something for getting all 9 crystals in the game, but I won't spoil it quite yet. Work your way through these stars here. Now, as far as I can tell, there's actually no reward for getting all stars and no reward for getting all S rank. So if you're wanting to sort of see everything there is in the game, you really do just need to worry about the crystals. I will go back and do runs of S ranking all these levels afterwards, and we'll see how that is effective in a sec. Anyway, with this one, you just want to grab all the stars that you see along the way, and the crystals are kind of frustrating in this level, actually. We'll see why in a second. Alright, this is the main section of the level where you're going up the side of the ship. The first crystal is here if you just drop off this wing. Jump up here. And the second crystal you have to fall down onto, which means we now have to play this entire section again. This is why I said the crystals are kind of frustrating in this level. Now we're going to play all the way through till the end of the level. So go around here. We should be nearing 60 stars at this point. Now here, jump off to the right, and the crystal is on this wing. So yeah, you basically have to play this section of the level 3 times if you want to get all the crystals. And there's no level select or anything like that, so if you don't S-rank the level, you can't come back and try again unless you play through the 3 levels again, which we will do in this video. Now we got a race here. Don't bother trying to win this race. As far as I can tell, nothing different happens if you win either. But the stars are all in the way. The first crystal is coming up in a second, and it's in this section here, so don't take the zipper, drop off the left to grab that. Then we'll move on. Second crystal is to the right here. And the last crystal is actually behind the finish line at the end of the race. So when you get towards that finish line, make sure you're not hitting the goal. Keep your boost speed, but jump over the finish line. So go over to the right there, jump over, grab the crystal, jump back, hit the goal. Now that's a C rank, but since we got all crystals, we get our reward, and it's playing as Super Tori, which is essentially just Supersonic. So what I'll do now is I'll do a little playthrough as Supersonic and show you how you can S rank all the levels. It's automatic now, so you don't need to do anything to activate it. Alright, Super Tori comes into this level, and you can already see how much faster Super Tori is. So strategies for S ranking, you tend to want to keep boosts for as long as you can. So this one, for example, you hold jump out of, you get into the next one. But I like to double jump out of boost so that you're spending longer before you hit the ground. We could have hit that boost, but with Super Tori it's not too hard to hit S ranks on all levels. There's that goal. S rank happens, I'm not sure what the cutoff is, but 32 should do it. The other thing for S ranking is making sure you're cutting corners wherever possible. There's not a whole lot of corners to cut in this level, but you can sort of see me taking a diagonal through that section rather than straight jagged lines. Here you probably don't want to hold jump off these boosts, otherwise you'll overshoot it. Now, big strategy for the race I'd recommend, try not to tilt your camera too much when you're coming into it. And don't jump into the gates, just sort of run in. And the gates will put your direction right, so you can hit them at pretty janky angles and you'll still come out the right way. You can miss some gates like I've done here and you'll still be able to get the S rank and beat the race. But if anything goes wrong, just pause and hit restart really. Cutting corners there to save time. And yeah, you can see S rank's pretty easy with Super Tori because I've messed up this race fairly badly and I'm still going to get it, so... I'm not sure what the cutoff is, but a time of whatever this is, 46, should S rank you. As far as I can tell, you don't actually get anything for winning that race there. That's going to be all for Tori Genesis. A fun little game, but hopefully you found this useful, especially since some of those crystals are pretty tricky. Thanks so much for watching.